Well, good morning.
Morning.
I think it's pertinent after international break to ask about injuries, but I think a lot of people saw you at Wembley. I'm wondering if you're okay.
Yeah, okay. All good.
No problems there?
No.
More importantly, your players. I mean, clearly Luke Shaw, from a care point of view, is a difficult issue. What sort of state is he in, and will he be available tomorrow against Watford?
I don't know. We still have a training session. Contrary to some news, to some opinions, by the protocol point of view, and according to our doctor, he will be free to play. The only situation we have to analyze is if you are going to play him when during the week he was not training with the team, or if even so we decide to play him.
What about other players coming back? Any doubts there at all?
Fellaini is a doubt. And Herrera is out. He had one little problem in one ankle in training during the week, so he's also a doubt. Diogo Dalot and Marcos Rojo, they play tonight with the under-23s, and if they play the 90 minutes like we expect, then will be the end of their recovering process, and we will consider them ready to be back next week for full competition.
You say Watford have had a 100% start to the season. What sort of a test are you expecting from them this weekend?
It's clear. 4 matches, 12 points. We know that 3 of these matches were at home, so in relation to the 12 points, maybe we can speak about a little advantage in relation to other teams with 2 home, 2 away. But fantastic start. 12 points is great for them. Good victories at home. Strong performances. Congratulations to Javi and to the players and to the club overall, because it was a very good start.
Marcus is obviously banned for this match and the coming domestic games, but what did you make of his performances over the international break?
Speaking about Marcus, I think I can expect that Sunday I'm going to be highly criticized for not to play him tomorrow, because some of the boys are really obsessed with me, and some of them, they have, I think, a problem with some compulsive lies. So I can expect that Sunday some of them, they will wake up in the morning, as always the first thing they think that comes to their mind is Jose Mourinho. So I can imagine that that Sunday I'm going to be criticized by Marcus not to play, but it's not my fault. He is suspended, so probably you should remind them that he's suspended and Sunday he cannot play. Performances with England, of course I'm happy. He played well, he competed well, he scored, and especially in a period where he comes with some sadness after his suspension, and was very good that he did that. If you don't mind to lose a couple of minutes with me, I'm going to do something not for you but for the United fans, and because I think I owe myself to the United fans, and for them I'm going to spend 2 minutes with you. On the season 16-17, Marcus Rashford played 32 Premier League matches, 11 Europa League matches, including the final, 3 FA Cup matches, 6 League Cup matches, including the final and the Community Shield. He had 53 appearances, but if you want to take to the minutes of play, he played 3,068 minutes, and if you want to divide that by 90 minutes of the matches, he played 34.2 matches of 90 minutes on the 16-17. On the 17-18, he played 35 matches in the Premier League, 8 in the Champions League, 5 in the FA Cup, including the final, 3 League Cup matches, and the European Super Cup final. He played a total of 52 matches with 2,676 minutes. If you divide that by 90, gives 29.7 matches. So with me, in 2 seasons, he had 105 appearances, 5,744 minutes, 63.7 matches of 90 minutes, including 5 finals. So the people that is speaking and is speaking about these minutes, I think they are a bit confused. Marcus Rashford is not Dominic Solanke, is not Ruben Loftus-Cheek, is not Dominic Calvert-Lewin, is Marcus Rashford, Manchester United player, with an incredible number of appearances and an incredible number of minutes played at the highest level. At the highest level in the best possible competitions. So Manchester United supporters, for you and just for you to know what we are doing with Marcus Rashford, with Luke Shaw, with Jesse Lingard, with Scott McTominay. That's what we are doing here.
Josie, clearly from that you've done some research, someone's done some research. It clearly irritates you that there is a perception about you that you don't develop young players.
It's not a perception. You know, some of the persons, everybody knows that they have double salaries. They work also for the clubs, and when they work also for the clubs, of course they are not independent, and of course they conduct things in the direction they want to conduct things. That's obvious, and that's human, and that's natural. It's not ethical, but I accept clearly. The ones that wake up in the morning and the first thing that comes into their minds is Jose Mourinho and Manchester United, I feel sorry for them, because there are much more interesting things to wake up and to be happy in the morning than to speak immediately about us and about football. But for the Manchester United supporters, I think it's important. They have the right idea of how things are in reality. But the most important thing of all is that the kid is good kid. The kid is good player. He knows what Manchester United did for him, starting in the academy, then Mr. Van Gaal's support, then my support and the club support, and the new contract and the new shirt, and being selected for every single match. Since I am here, Marcus Rashford was selected for every single match. He was never one day out of selection because of my decision, or because he was injured, or like in this case because he is suspended. He was never out of a selection. So he knows, and that's the most important thing. But again, media is very important, and I think is very important. The Manchester United supporters, they know the truth. That's why I'm going so specific about his numbers.
Okay. Who exactly is it that's annoyed you so much, though, about Jose Mourinho?
This chat comes to us.
Jose, what do you make so far about Fred's progress, and what does he have to do to succeed at United in the long term?
You know, Fred progress, I don't know because I don't see him for 15 days. And the first time I'm going to see him after 15 days is now. 15 days he is gone, so I don't know about his progress.
Jose, can I just ask you, you made the point that you feel there's a bit of an obsession about you. Who exactly are you talking about?
No, the people that called me and asked me to fall at Wembley because they need news from me. So I made it on purpose, so you could speak a little bit
We were worried.
about myself. What?
We were worried you might hurt yourself.
No, you know,
Okay, can we move on to the second part?
it was a good dive.
It was brilliant.
It was a good dive, and I protect my
It was a big distance.
I protect my phones, and you know, it was good.
No penalty then.
No penalty, and maybe a